Hey everybody, Kevin from MechanicalAdvantage.com. Just wanted to give everybody a little update on some changes that I want to start making with this channel. So to start with, the first thing that you're going to start to see is more regular videos on a weekly basis. So during the downtime of COVID, I've been taking some time to record videos and get kind of a stash of videos ready to go. And the way that it's going to go is Tuesdays, I'm going to release CAD videos. Thursdays, I'm going to do CAM videos. And Saturdays, eventually, I will start doing project videos. Now, I don't know how regular Saturdays are going to be yet, because one of the things I really want to incorporate is going to be the CNC machining using the mill out there. And since that's not up and running quite yet, we'll talk more about that at the end of the video. It'll take a little while for that to get rolling, but I have some other, little project things to work on that I can start putting out on Saturday night. So Tuesday CAD, Thursday CAM, Saturday projects, and sometimes those videos will be interrelated. So maybe I'll do CAD on Tuesday, the CAM for it on Thursday, and machine that part on a Saturday. We'll see how things go. And as always, if you guys have suggestions or things that you'd like to see, you can always email me at kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com and give me your idea. What you'd like to see. I'm also going to be more active on the blog. I started out doing this. I really went away from it. It's something I like to do, and I'm going to start making more blog posts. And the blog posts will most likely be related to the videos, but there could be some additional content there. So I encourage you guys starting this next week, the week of, what would that be? The week of October 12th to start going out to the website and checking out the blog more often. And the final thing I want to talk about on the website is something that's recently just been implemented, and that is this Book Now button. So I've had a few people recently tell me that they didn't realize that they could kind of contact me and work with me on projects. So I have this Book Now added, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And the way that a Book Now works is we have demos and consultations. So if you would like a 1 hour complimentary free CAD demo on Fusion or a 1 hour complimentary free CAM demo on Fusion, you can go ahead and schedule yourself in for those. And if you have a project that you think that you might want to work with me on, you can go ahead and schedule yourself in for a 30-minute consultation to talk about that. Make sure that I'm the right fit for you and you're the right fit for me on the project and I have the skill set for it and all that stuff. And you can move on from there to make sure that it's something that I can help you with. I'm going to go back. The next option that I have, if I go back to the Book Now, is one-time support options. So you can schedule an hour or 2 hours with me. Come out here, book yourself in. It creates an automated calendar invite, sends you all the web conference information. Everything is automated up front. I have some prices on here, and for YouTube viewers, I have a promotional code. I'll try to throw this up on the screen in the video and put it in the comments below. You can use YouTube 1 to go ahead and get 25% off the package prices here. And if you're a former NYC CNC student that's been through one of my classes, go ahead and email me at kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com. I have a special code for you guys since you've already spent so much time and a decent amount of money with me up front. So I have a different code for NYC CNC class alumni people. So the way it works is once you decide whether you want an hour or 2 hours, you come out here. You pick the time, so this is synced to my Outlook calendar, so if there's a time available on the calendar, it works. You don't have to email me to make sure I'm available or anything like that. You just go ahead and pick a time. So let's say that Tuesday, October 13th at 10 a.m. you'd like to do something. You come out here, put in your first name, your last name, your phone number, and email, and again, here's that where you could redeem the coupon. So it'd be YouTube 1 you'd enter in to get 25% off. Click on Book Now again. The third thing I want to talk about is subscription support options. So these are blocks of time that you can buy. You can buy 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, or 16 hours currently. And when you purchase these, you can use these in 30-minute increments. After you go through the buying process, you're given a code, or you can use your email address. So if you worked with in a company and you had a few other users, you could share that code with them, and when they get stuck or need some help, they can go ahead and come out to the website and schedule themselves in with the code. So if I were to go and choose this option, just fill out your first name, last name, phone number, email address, things like that. And once you get the coupon code, you can slap that in. Now, the coupon code for a discount on this for YouTube viewers is going to be YouTube sub. That'll again get you 25% off any of the listed prices that you see. And if you're a former NYC CNC student that's been through one of my classes, shoot me an email to kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com, and I've got a different coupon code for you. Once you go through this process of doing this, you will get a code that you can use. I may do another video on this to show how the code redemption process works. But instead of pay now and complete order, you just slap your code in here, hit update, and then it says continue, and you pick your time just like the one-time support. The last thing that's going to happen that isn't up here yet, I'm working with the website company to get this listed, is there will be a fourth option for training classes. So I'm going to offer a 3-day CAD class, a 2-day CAM class, and intro to mill or mill essentials or whatever you might want to, mill fundamentals, something like that is what it's going to be called to start with. Although it's going to go beyond the fundamentals. It'll cover 2D through 3D tool pathing, tool library creation, template automation, things like that. And I'm going to offer these classes a couple different ways. I'm going to offer them half days during the week or half evenings at night. So like 4-hour sessions at night for 4 days, or 4-hour sessions during the day for 4 days for CAM type stuff. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. If you have a preference on doing solid days or doing half days or doing them in the evenings. I might even be open to a weekend class or something like that if enough people wanted something like that. So let me know on that in the comments. And when the website developer gets done, there's going to be another heading up here called training. And there'll be a training overview and training classes. And when you go to the training classes, it'll give a class description of what's covered for each one of the classes and a link to the booking page so you can choose the time and options that work for you. So hopefully you guys will see some nice improvements on the website, and the blog will give you something to read and pay attention to when you're supposed to be working and don't want to work anymore. Kidding. All right, I want to jump over into Fusion and show you a couple other things that I want to start working on here for project videos. This is a computer desk that I designed some time ago inside of Inventor. It's kind of a mock-up, and I like the concept of it. I want to redo it in Fusion and do some different things with it. The idea with this when I designed it was I wanted to send this out to a fabrication company who could fab the entire thing, unbolt it, and send it to me. I don't know if I'm going to go that route anymore. We'll see. It makes it more complex. But the idea when I designed this is like on this. Let's see if I can open up one of these parts. Let me just isolate this for a second. Is like this would be a weldment that would be sent to a fabrication company. The top and bottom caps would be welded in, and these little stubs would be welded. And if I were to turn one of these stub connectors off, the weld is kind of blocking it here, but all the holes on here would be cut on a laser tube cutter, so everything would be located precisely. And everything is designed to sort of be a self-creating jig. So the holes, I could put a bigger size piece of tubing in here and then slide the stub over the top, and that would locate where that would need to go so that no measuring or tables or anything like that are required. I may forgo that kind of system and just do a solid weldment, but I do want to keep the cable management features that I have on here where I cut like holes and stuff in here so we can route all the cables for the computer stuff inside of the desk that way. If I right click and unisolate this all and bring the whole desk back. So there's the concept there. I also have a little stand for a computer desktop tower down here. I don't know if I'll do that anymore. I don't really have a computer tower anymore. This was more of a popular thing when I originally designed this desk. And the way that this is going to work is I just have some flow drilled holes in this tube, and this tube and this tube are the same ones. So you could choose which side you wanted the computer tower to go on. And then there's just a little support piece of tube over here that you could bolt that up to. I've also toyed around with the idea, I don't know if I'll do it or not, but of kind of creating like a hutch on the desk that's sort of the same concept of being tubular steel and glass. And this is probably more what I would do if I was going to go with a desktop system. I'm doing this video on a 2012 iMac right now, and I found this model on GrabCAD, and I think this is a 27-inch iMac. So the idea would be that I could have a pretty big iMac on my desk, and then a space for a laptop to slide into to be docked underneath here, room for computer speakers and all that kind of stuff. I'd also like to add 2 little tables off the sides so that I could put printers or filing cabinets underneath there or whatever it might be. So that is something I'd like to work on and take you guys through the process of creating it and how I came up with the design. I make a lot of designs in Fusion that never actually get made, and one of my goals in 2020, 2021 is to actually start to build the things that I'm making. So hopefully you guys will find this project interesting. If you have any projects that you'd like to make or see made or anything like that, I'd love to hear those ideas as well, and maybe we could work together on something. So again, Kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com, or you could leave the comments down below in the comment section. For the last part of the video, I need to walk out to the garage for a minute and show you the little project I need to wrap up. Okay, and the last part of the update is it looks like the rest of my lights have come up. I've already added 2 of them onto the end rows there. So that one's got 4 rows and 4 rows to it. So I'll finish this project up next weekend when we wire in the rest of them. So that'd be pretty nice. And the last update I wanted to give you is on the machine. So lots of people are asking me about this, and no, it's still not up and going yet. I really have done a poor job at getting this up on the front burner and getting this going. The last thing I have to do is get this wired in, and I need an electrician to do it. And they wanted a lot of money to wire this in. So I've been doing some odds and ends job along with the regular stuff that I work on in order to get that funded. And I'm now able to get that all wired in, so everything is good there. I've got the coolant, I've got tooling, I've got the vise from M-Lock. I've got everything I need now except for power running into this thing to get it going. And here is the phase converter that I have. Now, the phase converter is 30 horsepower. It's just a little bit on the large side for my residential service. So we gotta go down to a smaller phase converter. So when that comes, just be a matter of getting an electrician over here to finish up the wiring. And we may even try to do a little bit of the wire running ourselves, just so the electrician, all they have to do is make the important connections so it can be certified and I don't get any trouble for that. I'm gonna be putting together this nice little Milwaukee bandsaw that was given to me by John Powers from Powers Metalworks, who works on lots of gunsmithing type things. So go ahead and give his website a check. Super awesome that he sent this up to me. I met him in one of the classes at NYC and we've gotten to become kind of friends over time. And he said he had this saw he doesn't use anymore, so you can see it's in a couple pieces. I got to assemble it together. And he asked me if I wanted it, so he sent it up to me. So that was pretty nice of him. And then I had this in the garage from a previous job that I just did, but I never really talk about this, I guess. If your company ever wants on-site training, I'm happy to do that as well. So the way that it works is I show up with 5 laptops, the mice, the power, everything like that, a projector. So it's kind of like a training in a box right here. The only thing I need from your company is a place to set up and hopefully Wi-Fi, although I can tether to my phone as well to make that happen. So if you guys are ever looking for some Fusion training at your facility, whether it be CAM or CAD, go ahead and give me a call. I can handle that as well. I do that fairly frequently for customers. It's slowed down a little bit these days with COVID, but I still do them. So definitely reach out if you'd like any in-person training. No problem to accomplish that. I have a daily rate for that, and then we figure out the travel costs on top of that as well. So you can go ahead and email me at kevin@mechanicaladvantage.com if you want any more information on doing something like that. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. You should see a lot more content and things coming from this channel on a more regular basis. And the best thing you can do for me is ask me questions and things in the comments and hit like and all that stuff that people always ask people to do on YouTube. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.